Hey everyone, this is Zenith, her voice, her stories. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I have a story that's going to keep you on the edge of your seat. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and get ready. Because what you're about to hear is full of twists, emotions, and lessons you won't forget. If you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's dive in.
There was a DNA test also done on the unborn child. That DNA test did confirm.
Zariah had told us that the baby of her father was a young man that she had met somewhere in the neighborhood or something like that. But when the truth came out and we found out that the man was...
Those who loved 16-year-old Zariah Dodd went from planning her baby shower to instead this vigil.
All we've ever wanted to do is get Zariah, raise her, and make sure she was a productive citizen out here.
Two monsters got together and decided that, for whatever reason they chose to do this, they planned this.
What's going through your mind right now?
Honestly, disgust.
Are my glasses straight?
He's been behind bars since July 15th after Phoenix police arrested him in connection to a missing 17-year-old girl. When police executed a search warrant on his car, they found him with the girl and recovered And
another man, the man here on the right of your screen is 18-year-old Jacry James Gillette, though prosecutors did say that he was dating Dodd.
On the morning of July 5th, 2025, police officers made a heartbreaking discovery at Maryview Park in West Phoenix. The lifeless body of 16-year-old Zariah Finley. She was 22 weeks pregnant, and tragically, her unborn daughter also didn't survive. Zariah had dreams, big ones. She wanted to finish school, to build a better life, and one day, to study forensic law. But all of those hopes were cruelly cut short by an act of senseless violence. Her story was intertwined with the foster care system, a system she had known for most of her young life. A life marked by searching for love, safety, and belonging, but too often met with instability and pain. By the age of just 16, Zariah Finley had lived in nearly 20 different group homes. Her life was a cycle of constant change, new faces, new rules, and the same longing for stability. On the night of July 4th, 2025, Zariah was staying at a Sunshine residential group home in Arizona, one of many facilities operated for children in state care. That evening, around 8 p.m., she told staff she was going for a walk. She was 16, visibly pregnant. When she didn't return, staff from Sunshine Residential reported her missing to police and to Arizona's Department of Child Safety, but by then, it was too late. Her family, unaware she had even vanished, would not find out until the following morning. Just before 6 a.m. on July 5th, Phoenix police officers responded to a call about a person lying on the grass at Maryview Park in West Phoenix. When they arrived, they found Zariah's lifeless body, her young life brutally taken. She was still wearing the light summer clothes she had on when she left the group home the night before. Detectives later confirmed that Zariah was 5.5 months pregnant with a baby girl. From the very start, police treated the case as a double homicide, the murder of a teenage mother and her unborn child.
Zariah was a ward of the state. That doesn't minimize the impact that this is going to have on her biological family at all. Regardless of anything, that's their baby. That's a child. And this child was taken advantage by multiple people that she trusted, and unfortunately that's what cost her her life.
For a time, the identity and motive of Zariah's killer remained a mystery. There were no immediate arrests, no named suspects, just silence. And then left her body in the park? His voice trembled with grief, but also with determination to find out what happened to his daughter. Zariah's family believed that her pregnancy held the key to understanding why she was killed. But they needed proof. And they needed action.
Surprised that y'all called me and my family down here to do this, but ain't no faith there.
A struggle for Silquane Bernard to stay optimistic, hoping his daughter gets justice.
I don't believe she was murdered. I believe she was dumped there.
In Phoenix PD's media advisory, officials list the victim as an adult woman.
They had stated it was a 20-year-old woman found in the park. They never even mentioned anything about pregnancy. It was just a 20-year-old woman found in a park.
But the case report number provided to Fox 10 by Phoenix PD matches the same case number that Zariah's family has been given. Again, she was 16 years old.
All we've ever wanted to do is get Zariah, raise her, and make sure she was a productive citizen out here.
Her uncle Eric Polk says her family tried to get custody of her after she had lived in numerous group homes, but were met with challenges by the Department of Child Safety.
Are my glasses straight?
I'm glad you guys are picking up the story because, again, this is her story, but this is many other stories that are happening to these kids and these teens that are not being watched after. How in the hell does a 16-year-old get pregnant in the system? They took a beautiful soul away. They took someone who had survivor mentality and wasn't really capable and able to really fully be a kid.
Her baby girl was due soon. The family had even begun preparing for her baby shower, excited to welcome new life into their world. But that celebration never came. Instead, they gathered weeks later for Zariah's funeral. A heartbreaking service held in August 2025 at Gritter Hall Christian Church in Phoenix. 2 caskets were lowered into the ground that day, one for Zariah and one for her unborn daughter. The grief was doubled, the pain unthinkable. Among the mourners was Fox, a former group home manager who had met Zariah through the system years earlier. Fox had come to love her like a daughter. Even after leaving her job, she became Zariah's unofficial caregiver, and had even hoped to adopt her someday.
And loved ones say she's a product of a system that failed her.
Intelligent, smart, brave, resilient. It didn't matter what you threw at her. Very talented. She loved to sing. She loved to do art.
Richland Fox met Dodd years ago as a group home manager, supporting her through the struggles of being in state care.
I went through the system as well, and so did she.
While she left that job, Fox still treated Dodd like one of her own.
Did you go to church?
Yeah, took her to church, did everything with her. She was over on holidays. She was still in the family. We talked about how she wants to be a mother, but she's afraid. Because she's a child having a child. And so, but she wanted it. She wanted to be a mommy, but she didn't want it in the way that it happened. No messages are going through her phone. I then noticed that her social media that I also contact her on is completely gone.
She believes Sunrise Residential should not have let Zariah walk out on her own.
Being able to just walk outside the street at 7 o'clock at night at dark and you're pregnant, as a parent, even if my child wasn't in DCS, I wouldn't allow that to happen. 16 and pregnant, you're walking outside at night.
Under Fox's care, Zariah finally began to find stability, a glimpse of the normal life she had always wanted. Throughout July 2025, Phoenix police worked tirelessly to uncover what happened. Detectives examined Zariah's phone records, messages, and relationships. And soon, they began to narrow in onto individuals. Then, nearly 4 weeks after her death, on July 31st, 2025, investigators made a major announcement. 2 suspects had been identified and arrested in connection with Zariah's murder. The suspects were named as 36-year-old Gerald Davis and taken into custody. And in a devastating revelation, police confirmed that Davis was the father of Zariah's unborn child. Evidence suggested that Davis, more than 20 years older than Zariah, had been involved with her while she was living in the group home. A relationship not only inappropriate, but criminal. At the time of conception, Zariah had been just 15 years old. Court records later revealed that this wasn't Davis's first offense. In 2008, he had pleaded guilty to impregnating a 14-year-old girl when he was 19 and had only received probation. Police have not publicly detailed the involvement of the second suspect or the exact nature of their connection to Davis, but investigators suggested that Zariah may have been lured out or met under false pretenses that night, a meeting that turned deadly. Both men were booked into Phoenix jail. each facing 2 counts of first-degree murder, one for Zariah and one for her unborn child. Additionally, Davis was charged with misconduct with a minor.
Monsters got together and decided that, for whatever reason they chose to do this, they planned this out and carried it out. It's tragic all around. This child was taken advantage by multiple people that she trusted, and unfortunately that's what cost her life. Zariah was 22 weeks pregnant at the time of her death. Obviously that heightens a ton for everybody. Investigators.
Police would not reveal what the two said during their interviews, but authorities, again, they feel very confident in the evidence they have against both of these men.
We've been digging into Davis's criminal history. He's been behind bars since July 15th after Phoenix police arrested him in connection to a missing 17-year-old girl out of Glendale. That girl's mother filed an order of protection against him last August and has been trying ever since to get Davis off the streets. When police executed a search warrant on his car, they found him with the girl and recovered a gun. Police say Davis claimed it was owned by a friend of his friend, Jacree. Davis is a prohibited possessor after pleading guilty to child abuse in 2008.
When I heard that she was pregnant, we're thinking, a little boy who's 15, 16. But no, a 30-something man is what we had got back.
Friday night, during initial court appearances, state prosecutors said Dodd was going to complete a forensic interview for an ongoing investigation into the sexual misconduct.
The witness statements as well as video evidence connected the suspect to the murder. There was a DNA test also done on the unborn child. That DNA test did confirm that the suspect is the father of that unborn child.
And another man, the man here on the right of your screen is 18-year-old Jacree James Gillette, though prosecutors did say that he was dating Dodd around the same time that she was.
Suspects stood before the judge as the charges were read aloud. They were each ordered held on a $1 million cash bond. If convicted of first-degree murder, they faced life in prison. Phoenix police emphasized that the investigation remains ongoing, urging anyone with information to come forward. As for Zariah's death, state officials have not yet announced any formal action against the group home that allowed her to leave alone that night, a decision that may have cost a young mother and her unborn child their lives.
Tonight, demanding answers from Zariah's group home and her legal guardian, the state of Arizona.
Bringing awareness to grooming, bringing awareness to a broken system and the broken group homes all over, not just Arizona, all over.
Advocates saying more measures should be put in place to protect high-risk teens like Dodd.
And there's so many other youth just like her in foster care, so many youth just like her in other group homes that deserve to know that there's going to be justice brought, not just for her, but also for them.
As questions remain, Fox is focusing on the young person stolen too soon from her future.
She was a very smart, young, beautiful girl who wanted everything as a normal child.
Sunshine spokesperson released this statement saying, "Our hearts are broken as we mourn the loss of a member of the Sunshine family, and we will not rest until justice is served. We share our deepest condolences with the family and loved ones who were affected by this horrific crime. Our number one priority is to keep our children, staff, and community safe. We continue working with the Phoenix Police Department and partnering agencies in their ongoing investigation. The person responsible must be brought to justice to protect our community from further violence."
We asked Sunshine Residential Homes if they're launching an internal investigation. The group home didn't answer that question, but sent us a statement, writing in part, "We share our deepest condolences with the loved ones who were affected by this horrific crime. Our number one priority is to keep our children, staff, and community safe." The group home also says they are working with Phoenix Police. We reached out to the Arizona Department of Child Safety, the agency that oversees group homes in our state. DCS tells me they can't comment on case specifics, but do say they are working with the group home to ensure they complied with all licensing rules.
Zariah Finley's story is one of light dimmed too soon. A young girl who dreamed of becoming a mother, of finishing school, and of building a life beyond the pain she had known. But the system meant to protect her failed again and again, from one group home to another. She searched for safety, for belonging, for love. And when she finally found a reason to hope, a new life growing inside her, that hope was taken away in the most cruel and irreversible way. Zariah was just 16. Her daughter never had the chance to take her first breath. Their names now live on in whispers, in headlines, and in the hearts of those who refuse to forget. Her story is a reminder that behind every case number, every police report, there is a child, a dream, and a life that mattered. As the community continues to seek justice, Zariah's voice echoes through the silence. She left behind a voice that asks not only for answers, but for change. Because no child in state care should ever have to walk alone into the night and never return. What a story, right? If you love hearing real-life stories like this, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a story. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.